Please join me in first welcoming the 2022 recipient of the Chancellor's Medal for Distinguished Service, carrying the university mace and leading our procession, Dr. Deborah DeMarco. The T.H. Chan School of Medicine, Class of 2026. the faculty of the University of Massachusetts Chan Medical School. And finally, our honored speaker, the 2021 recipient of the Chancellor's Medal for Distinguished Clinical Excellence, Dr. Janice F. Lalikos, and the distinguished leadership of our UMass Chan campus.
Good afternoon to all, and a special welcome to the family members and guests of our first-year medical students in the class of 2026, the largest entering class in the history of the School of Medicine. My name is Michael Collins, and I have the wonderful privilege to serve as Chancellor of the Commonwealth's first and only public medical school, the University of Massachusetts Chan Medical School. It's a distinct pleasure to welcome you to our white coat ceremony held in the beautifully adorned Hanover Theater, an iconic landmark that serves as a hub for the performing arts in the Worcester region. Now, like Worcester, New England's second largest city, UMass Chan Medical School is experiencing a period of tremendous growth, transformation, and success. One would only need to walk around our campus for a few minutes to see and sense an institution on the move, a medical school with undeniable momentum. And perhaps you'll have a chance to visit campus soon. However, I should warn you that you should bring boots and a hard hat should you choose to walk around our campus right now. A substantial building project in the heart of our campus has turned our campus green into an active construction site. That's the major reason why we're marking this milestone event here in this magnificent theater rather than on our campus green. The skeletal steel structure of our 9-story new education and research building now dominates the campus's landscape, though the curtain wall is now being placed and the facility will be weather-tight by December. We will be opening this best-in-class research and education facility in April of 2024. And when the doors officially open, it will herald the start of a dynamic new period in UMass Chan's history. And what a history it's been. The grand experiment to create a quality public medical school for the sons and daughters of Massachusetts began somewhat modestly in 1970, when our institution welcomed the inaugural cohort of 16 students. More than 50 years later, the Commonwealth's medical school has evolved and matured into a substantial and enduring enterprise. The common threads that connect our past and present, and that will connect our present with the future, are an indefatigable spirit, collaborative ethos, and an entrepreneurial mindset and service orientation. Our social compact and mission compel us to engage in and undertake work that elevates the human condition and benefits the public good. But it's our people, our brilliant faculty and exceptional learners, exemplified by our first-year medical students, who contribute to our emergence as a leading-edge medical school, committed to and capable of making a purposeful, persistent, pervasive, and profound influence on human health and wellness. As we embark on the next 50 years of impact and achievement, we do so from a position of strength and limitless potential. Now, I could recite a litany of reasons why I'm so optimistic about the trajectory of our medical school, but the most important factor is the reason we come together today. We just need to look at the future physicians sitting right here in front of me, who collectively comprise one of this nation's most accomplished first-year medical school classes, to remind us all how bright our future will be. We're so fortunate that you have chosen to follow us in the medical profession. As we gather here today to observe and commemorate and indeed celebrate our first-year students' transition to a career in medicine, we shall bear witness to an important rite of passage, the donning of their white coats. As they put on their newly pressed T.H. Chan School of Medicine coats, by the way, that were gifts from the students in the class that graduated last spring, our students, now our youngest colleagues, will make an explicit commitment to always recognize and respect the shared humanity that exists between patient and caregiver. By so doing, they will honor the legacy of all those who came before them here at the T.H. Chan School of Medicine, as well as those who are our colleagues across the medical profession. In wearing their new white coats, our students will make an implicit commitment to lifelong learning, to living a life in service to others, to be uncompromising in practice-based evidence care, to upholding the standards of our profession, and most importantly, to always remember that it's a privilege for us to care for our patients and not a privilege for our patients to be cared for by us. As the current-day stewards of this great public medical school, we're so pleased to welcome you, the members of our first-year class, into the medical profession and to help guide you towards the most fulfilling career of caring for and about others. Now, before I invite the next speaker to the podium, I'd like to welcome a special guest who is an ardent advocate and compelling champion for the University of Massachusetts system and our medical school. We are pleased that Trustee Mary Burns of the university's Board of Trustees joins our ceremony today, and I welcome Trustee Burns. Thank you so much for being here. Now, it's an enormous pleasure to welcome to the podium Dr. Terry Flott, Medical School Provost and Dean of the T.H. Chan School of Medicine. Dean Flott.
Thank you very much, Chancellor, and please let me add my welcome to all of you, the family, friends, and faculty, and to the students to whom I'll direct most of my comments. Congratulations on this occasion when you're about to receive your white coats. What a special day it is. And I'm going to just ask the crowd to please join me in some initial congratulations to these wonderful young students. And at the risk of seeming partisan, I'm going to do a special shout out to the inaugural members of our newest learning community, that is from the Grafton Hill House. So congratulations to you. And just say, you know, this is kind of a home game for you, because I think we may be closer to Grafton Hill than any other named landmarks. So there you go. So as the Chancellor said, my name's Terry Flott. I have the privilege to be the Dean of the T.H. Chan School of Medicine, and I'm grateful to have a chance to share a few thoughts, primarily with you, the students. White coat ceremonies are a relatively new tradition in medicine. The University of Chicago's Pritzker School of Medicine lays some claim to a similar event, but generally speaking, the first official white coat ceremony was at Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons, which is Dr. Larkin's alma mater, I believe. In 1993, Dr. Arnold P. Gold, a teacher and pediatric neurologist there, created this event and went on to found the Arnold P. Gold Foundation for Humanism in Medicine. Now, under Chancellor Collins's leadership, we started the white coat ceremony here at UMass Chan just in 2010 and had a keynote speech actually from Dr. Jordy Cohen, who was then the president of the Gold Foundation. At UMass Chan, prior to that, we'd had a tradition of a second-year oath ceremony based on the idea that students would take the oath prior to their first interaction with patients. But now, as you know, you see patients throughout all 4 years of med school, beginning with your longitudinal preceptor experience this fall. Therefore, it's only fitting that we put both your first oath and your white coat into this ceremony. But the coat itself and the oath are signs of a very deep commitment. The specific meaning of the white coat has been described in various different ways, but in its simplest form, to me, it is a statement to your patient, you can trust me. As I reflect on this moment in history, the year 2022, we find trust in tragically short supply. We are a nation and a world divided, polarized, talking past each other, and seemingly at a loss to find common ground for mutual trust. But when you go into your patient's room or approach a bedside, your white coat should say to them, you can trust me. I'm here to help you or your child. I'm here to act in your best interest, not in my own and not for some secondary gain. I'm not talking about the blind faith that used to be expected of patients. Indeed, the statement made by the white coat itself should include, please do correct me if I miss something. Please do question me if you don't understand. Please do speak honestly to me about your fears and your concerns and your reservations. The white coat says, I will do the same with you. I will be honest with you, both about what I know and about what I don't know, about what I can help with and about what I need outside help with to provide the best care. I will respect you for who you are without judgment or bias. I will honor your right to decide on what happens to your body and that of your child without imposing my own personal beliefs. I will act in your best interest, not in my own. I'll share one vignette from my own professional life that may illustrate the trust and how it develops. As some of you may have heard, I have the privilege to be the clinical investigator on a gene therapy trial right now for a tragic genetic disease affecting infants and children called Tay-Sachs disease. It's a rare disease, and patients do come from all over to participate in this trial. And one particular family whose story I'll relate came to us from the Arab world. In fact, the father, while well-educated, spoke almost no English. The mother brought her sister, who was fairly fluent in English. The family insisted that that aunt should translate for the father, who did most of the talking, even though we always have, and did in all those interactions, have trained medical interpreters present. The mother hardly spoke at all. The body language was very guarded. Their questions seemed very transactional to me. Indeed, there were many obstacles to building trust. Many miles had separated us, and our upbringings, language, and traditions were different. But we spent many hours together over the coming days, and some of these issues began to melt away. Before getting deeply into the specifics of the research with them, I kept asking them about their daughter's story, how she had initially progressed very normally, then mysteriously at age 3 and a half or so, began to bump into things, to speak less, to do less well with feeding herself. Over time, the father started looking to the mom. The mom, it became clear, did speak fairly good English. She understood all of what we said. She began engaging more with us, sharing her observations, thoughts, hopes, and feelings. The mom started sharing photos and videos. Before long, it was very clear that although we were very different people, the parents and I shared one very important thing. We were committed to helping one little girl with a terrible disease. The expert clinical team involved all did their jobs, and our patient safely received the treatment. They're more than 9 months out now, back in their home country. The treatment has not been a miracle cure, but both parents now trust us. They know that we have done our best for this girl. Now, the lesson learned from this experience is not that they should have trusted us from the beginning, but rather that trust has to be earned. The white coat then is not an entitlement to a patient's trust, but rather a cue, an invitation to them that you desire that trust. Likewise, it should always serve as a reminder to you, to us, that we need to work to earn the trust of our patients. That takes time, personal humility and cultural humility, and most of all, sincerely caring for your patients as people. As I mentioned before, you'll take an oath later on, but every time you approach a patient wearing that white coat or assuming the role of a physician, you'll be renewing that oath. In that moment, assuring them that they can trust you. Now, I want to tell you, each of you have been selected to enter this class because we, the faculty, believe that you are worthy of that trust. We do. We know you have a lot to learn, but we believe that you possess the fundamental attitude of service and the fundamental strength of character to fulfill the promise that your white coat will make on your behalf. And finally, let me say that we are very proud of you, as I'm sure your parents and friends are. This is a great moment in your career transition, and it's always a great heartwarming moment for us, a moment of hope for the future, a future that we know we can entrust to you. Thank you all, and enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
Thank you very much, Dean Flott. At last year's convocation ceremony, I had the privilege of presenting the 2021 Chancellor's Medal for Distinguished Clinical Excellence to a most worthy faculty member, Dr. Janice Lilikos, Professor of Surgery and Pediatrics, Section Chief of Pediatric Plastic Surgery, and Director of the Integrated Plastic Surgery Residency Program. As last year's Chancellor's Medal recipient, Dr. Lilikos has been invited to address the class of 2026. It's a wonderful pleasure now to welcome to the podium Dr. Janice Lilikos, who will deliver the keynote address. Dr. Lilikos.
Welcome, incoming medical students, to UMass Chan and to Worcester. Thank you, Drs. Flott and Collins, parents and family. I have no doubt you will have a wonderful and transformational experience for the next 4 years. However, in the next few minutes, I'd like to give you something you hopefully can keep tucked away in these brand new white coat pockets. But first, a little bit about me. I'm a second-generation Greek American, cis female, North Shore, Massachusetts native, if anybody else is there, a Scorpio, a baby boomer, firstborn, wife, mother, academic, plastic, and reconstructive surgeon, a Blackstone bear, a Ravenclaw, and ENFJ. Let's expand on that last one. Extrovert, intuitive, feeling, judging. At the beginning of each clinical year, as a part of overall team building, I have our plastic surgery residents take the Myers-Briggs, or the jazzed up version is the 16personalities.com personality test, as a way of thinking about how people differently perceive the world. Myers-Briggs is a validated tool in psychology. Many of you already know about it. Year after year, I test as an ENFJ, or the protagonist. Now, this is not unique. ENFJs abound in medicine, but all 16 personality types bring real strengths and weaknesses to our field. My daughter, who will be white-coated in 2 weeks, yes, is an ESTJ, executive, will likely hone her clear-headed problem-solving skills to the task. As you can imagine, one can read a lot online about all 16 personalities, but specifically applicable to this address, and I quote, it's the 16 personality website, for protagonists, leaving a positive legacy is a top priority. A legacy is not fame, it's not fortune, it's not even happiness. It's what you leave in your wake, how you contribute to the whole. So my charge to you, in keeping with who I am, medical school is the perfect time, if you haven't started already, to start actively building your legacy. And let's think about it. At the longest, you have about 80 to 100 years to do this. You're about a quarter or a third of the way into it. It's time to get cracking. Or borrowing the words of a modestly successful musical, history has its eyes on you. It's time to take your shot. What do I mean? You need to choose your medical specialty now. You need to get your NIH grant submitted. Not necessarily. It doesn't need to be that specific because your personal legacy is much bigger than your profession, but it is heavily influenced by it. You have chosen to be a doctor, and distilled to its core, that is an intimate service to humanity housed in a leadership role. So as you're studying away, I suggest you always have in your pocket, how do I become a better leader, a contributor? How do I find my most effective way to serve? For leadership, oh boy, you can read a lot about this. 8 C's, resilience, adaptability, TED Talks go on and on. But one easy thing to do, think about past mentors. Seek out present mentors that exemplify key leadership traits. Here are some of the leadership legacies from my life. Number 1, positive attitude. My Aunt Connie, who suffered a complication of scoliosis surgery as a teen, and I have inherited that, thank you, was profoundly and severely kyphoscoliotic her entire life. Despite that, she served as an OB midwife for 40 years at Salem Hospital. I'm already hunched over, she said. Might as well make myself useful. She literally brought me into this world. Second trait, communication negotiator. My father, Connie's baby brother, a double major in psychology and religion who patched together paying for college through football scholarships and the GI Bill, and then went to law school at night while working in the leather factories in Salem. He told us, the truth and the answer are always somewhere in the middle. Leave all your assumptions at the door, actively listen, consciously stop talking, obviously not listening to him. He said, there's a reason God gave us 2 ears and only 1 mouth. Trait number 3, emotional intelligence. Dr. John Tarpley, at the time the surgical chief at the Nashville VA, had a big map of Tennessee in the conference room and had us, especially us Yankees, memorize all the counties and major towns in Tennessee and something about each so we could relate to the patients, decrease their apprehension, allow them the space to tell their stories. And finally, lastly, grit. Drive, probably a whole lot more. Dr. Paul Manson, my master's thesis advisor, lifelong professional mentor, who asked me to wait for him to be done in the OR at shock trauma because he wanted to be in the lab to see the findings of our experiments firsthand, and then when I was an intern at Vanderbilt, contacted me through the hospital paging system, remember no cell phones, baby boomer, on one random evening just to remind me of his support. No leader or mentor or mentee is excellent at everything, but see if you can recognize and assimilate positive traits along the way. Then look inward. What comes easy to you? And more importantly, what doesn't? Maybe take the test. Because the nature of the beast is that you are a mentee now, but at the same time you will be mentoring others along the way. You'd like to do both well. For service, you can certainly serve in all aspects of your life, and you should and you will, as spouses, friends, parents, pet owners, community members. And you should bring all those tools to the craft. But within medicine, hopefully, over the next 4 years, you will find the field that gives you the passion and the fulfillment to serve others for your entire professional career. For me, trained previously as an artist, plastic surgery seemed the best way to synthesize those talents. Ultimately, so much of your journey cannot be planned in and out of medicine, and there will undoubtedly be detours. But if your passion and purpose, manifested in service and leadership, remains in focus, you will build a positive legacy no matter what you do. And make us protagonists proud. Congratulations, welcome to UMass Chan.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lilikos. I would now like to ask Dr. Ann Larkin, the Vice Provost and Senior Associate Dean for Educational Affairs, to come to the podium to offer her remarks. Vice Provost Larkin.
Thank you, Chancellor Collins. I'm just going to take a few minutes of your time today, and I first want to start by just welcoming the class of 2026. We are so very proud to have you here with us at UMass Chan. The last few weeks here at our medical school have been a whirlwind of excitement and celebration. In early August, we were met with the announcement of a new partnership with the Beth Israel Lahey Health System to create a new branch campus, an incredibly important step for our journey as the only state's medical school. We topped off the construction of our new education and research building, and we launched an innovative and student-centered curriculum for you. And over this week, I have listened to the deans of the Tan Ching Fen Graduate School of Nursing and the Morningside Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences, inspirational words from them, as well as today from the Dean of the T.H. Chan School of Medicine and the Chancellor. But today is your day, the day that you will don your white coats, into which you will grow as a scientist, a problem solver, an advocate, and as a person. And as I consider that and its impact on your journey, it also makes me reflect on my own journey and really the journey of all physicians. And as I do that, the importance of, and in fact the critical nature of our collective grit, resilience, perseverance, optimism, all of those come to mind. But all of that with a singular focus on what we can all do to improve upon our society as it is today. Those themes, those narratives will only be amplified as you mature in your careers in whatever specialty you may land. So this again is your day to celebrate an immense milestone on your journey to becoming a physician. And as you consider that journey, and I do really want you to think of it as a journey, I want you to recognize, certainly we recognize, that some of you have overcome tremendous hurdles to get here. Some of you have already accomplished amazing things. Some of you don't quite yet know how to think of this new costume of sorts that you will put on today. No matter what all of those other experiences have been, today you will continue your journey to what to you must seem a very long way off, but in fact it's not so far off. And in a few short years, you will be graduates of the T.H. Chan School of Medicine. So I love quotes from athletes, and I liken athletes to physicians in many ways. Jesse Owens was an African-American elite athlete competing in the 1936 Olympics in Berlin, Germany. Think about that in your mind's eye. 1936 in Berlin for an African-American man. He won 4 gold medals. And Jesse Owens said this: "We all have dreams. In order to make dreams come into reality, it takes an awful lot of determination, dedication, self-discipline, and effort." Pretty good stuff, and stuff that all of you have already experienced and continue to experience every day. You've displayed those qualities in your work to get here, and I have no doubt that you will continue to display them in the work to achieve your ultimate goal of becoming a physician. So in these white coats that you don today, I know that your curiosity will surely flourish. In it, you will learn how to care for your patients, how to accomplish tasks, how to reach diagnoses, how to read images, and even how to perform procedures. Ultimately, you will learn how to exercise judgment in the care of other human beings. There is nothing more sobering, yet more inspiring than this. So as you put on your white coats today, do so with what Jesse Owens suggested, with determination, with self-discipline, with dedication, and with pride. And continue your journey of developing the judgment that will eventually become deeply ingrained within you. Thank you, and with that, I would like to invite Dr. Ann Garrison, our Associate Dean for Student Affairs, to the podium, and let us begin.
Blackstone House. Head of House, Dr. Michael Ennis.
Dr. Jerry Durbin, mentor. Edwin Aaliyah. Riley McGain. Jenna Patel. Annie Fan. Helena Redgate. Alec Paul Tolentino. Dr. Cynthia Ennis, mentor. Matthew Ball. Erica J.E. Huang. Victoria Lauren Lusigian. Lisa Shashkova. Robert Thruston Thayer Shepherd. Amina Tariq. Dr. Michael Ennis, mentor. Sahana Bale. Brian Loro Carvalho. Jeremy DiGiacomo. Eureka Fukimara. Karen Gobriel. Christopher Mahir. Tian Omir. Dr. Brian McGuirk, mentor. Nicholas Jarostachuk. Tyler J. Long. Lisa Nguyen. Vanan Huang Ham. Caitlin Shreve. Suhas Sudala.
Brightwood House. Head of House, Dr. Eric Churchill.
Dr. Eric Churchill, mentor. John Thomas Almeida. Amos Armoni. Anna Sishon. Laiba Khan. Alex Pupo Wiss. Vanessa Osartine Enoabasi Uriafe. Leela Walter. Dr. Rohini Harvey, mentor. Eli Brennan. Michael Robert Cabral. Rose Cohen Sandler. Elizabeth Marie Irvin. Anusha Perkayastha. Mintam Tran. Prachesti Ufadiai. Dr. Molly Sen McNally, mentor. Eric Bratland. Elizabeth Shea Furman. Paul Kofi. Catherine Mateer. Shreya Padilla. Elizabeth Schwartz. Dr. Jacqueline Wu, mentor. Sarah Willow Busher. Madison Mixer. Justin Nguyen. Eleanor Hillier Parker. Lyndon Tran.
Burncoat House. Head of House, Dr. David Hayden.
Dr. Jamie D., mentor. Hyam Moore. Haley Ann Neff. Callie Pereira. Dylan Rice. Miriam Tolba. Vanessa Jong. Dr. Lisa Gussick, mentor. Cloaking for Dr. Gussick's students will be done by Dr. David Hayden. Reef Al-Assad. Joseph Frank Di Stefano. Brittany Halber. Mitchell W. Lavoie. Elise Santa Cruz. Bianca Trombetta. Dr. Adonis Barrios Morales, mentor. Vanessa Dion Chin. Daniela Katsanis. Ria Mahaish. Daniel Mendoza Martinez. Rebecca Nitchelm. Michael Pepin. Dr. Prashant Vareddy, mentor. Ishan Bhatia. Boris Dimitrov. Abigail Horgan. Daisy Massey. Fahim Nagpurwala. Veronica Javria Hoza. Sophie O'Donnell Weaselquist.
Grafton Hill House. Head of House, Dr. Matthew E. McGinnis.
Dr. Matthew McGinnis, mentor. Lauren Bates. Serena Hua Kana. Ashley Michelle Keel. Mia Lai. William Lemnios. Noah Miranda. Nosiki Uzochukwu. Dr. Jennifer Moody, mentor. Bradley Colarusso. Ria Kuckel. Caitlin No. Michael Wynn. Catherine Paradises Plater. Rebecca Sandvos. Dr. Amber Sarkar, mentor. Anna Aristarkova. Michael Bolstad. Ivy Dang. Dylan Leonard. Neil Vipul Patel. Ilana Silverstein. Dr. Peggy Wu, mentor. Erin Marie Hurley. Samantha Kalashevsky. Mitchell Kennedy. Christina Nguyen. Elena Tran Tang. Alan Zhou.
Kelly House. Head of House, Dr. Gary Blanchard.
Dr. Gary Blanchard, mentor. Mahimasri Kodamreddy. Kylie Long. Ali Abdulrahman Namari. Obenaya Okereke. Matthew Rapucci. Margaret Elizabeth Reynolds. Diana Yerrick. Dr. J. Broadhurst, mentor. Liana Claire Brooks. Cedric Bryant Chu. Anna Damaris. Ashwarya Khanna. Robert Lee. Avery Pullman. Dr. Nidhi Chojar, mentor. Kimberly Jin. Aviv Liani. Janvi D. Nanavati. Harry Sharma. Maxwell Stu Collin. Rebecca Tannenbaum. Dr. Beverly Nazarian, mentor. Kelton Coy Doe. Lauren Goodman. Grace Bridget Hanrahan. Tien Hong. Anna Maria Poole. Noel Rumbai.
Quinn Sigeman House. Head of House, Dr. Diane Blake.
Dr. Aaron Barlow, mentor. Lindsay Isaacson. Michael Margette. Shurubi Nandi. Jessica Kate Orofino. James Juyun Park. Elizabeth Madigan Waltman. Dr. Lauren Hallett, mentor. Ezdine Al-Kurdi. Hannah Mae Carroll. Adrian Kanza. Madison Doty. Elizabeth Fainzelberg. Adam Skura. Dr. Theodore McNow, mentor. Kendall Lavin Parsons. Greta Majerowski. Taylor McLennan. Sahil Nawab. Colin F. Stoll. Matthew Yee. Dr. Zung Wangu, mentor. Jahanavi Chalaganda. Ariana Fantakis Etor. Hyuk Ju Huang. Olivia Pete Michaels. Nafeli Nayamonitaki. Ajay Rao.
Tatnick House. Head of House, Dr. Christine McGinnis.
Dr. Timothy Gibson, mentor. Zakia Amawumi Motunrayo Carter. Benjamin Dedajian Goldman. Matthew Hartnett. Julia Hayden. Connor Moriarty. Umika Paul. Catherine Tack. Dr. Sharmali Karetz, mentor. Catherine Cashman. Sneha Kardakayan. Ariana Markle. Aris Pascalidis. Sami Shafiq. Victoria Shao. Dr. Christine McGinnis, mentor. Catherine Duquette. Brooke Hansel. Matthew Hudson. Aiden McAnena. Ratika Ravori. Yu Ying Zheng. Dr. Stacy Weisberg, mentor. Elijah Ishmael Abbas. Gil Avramovich. Georgiana Ellis. Carolyn Foley. Jason Cowper. Emma Nadell. Jade Refuerzo.
It says here, let's have one more hearty round of applause for the students in the class of 2026. I'd like to now ask Dean Flock to return to the podium to lead the class of 2026 in reciting the oath of Maimonides. Dean Flock.
Great. I'll ask all the members of the class of 2026 and any other physicians in the audience who wish to please stand, and we'll recite together the oath of Maimonides. And yes, please, class, turn and face your families. Okay. Thy eternal providence has appointed me to watch over the life and health of my fellow human beings. May the love for my art actuate me at all times. May neither avarice nor miserliness nor thirst for glory or for great reputation engage my mind. For the enemies of truth and philanthropy could easily deceive me and make me forgetful of my lofty aim of doing good to my patients. May I never see in the patient anything but a fellow creature in pain. Grant me strength, time, and opportunity, always to correct what I have acquired, always to extend its domain. For knowledge is immense, and the spirit of man can extend infinitely to enrich itself daily with new requirements. Today we can discover our errors of yesterday, and tomorrow we may obtain a new light on what we think ourselves sure of today. I have been appointed to watch over the life and death of my fellow human beings. Here am I, ready for my vocation, and now I turn unto my calling.
If I could ask you to be seated for just one moment. Thank you. I know I speak for all of our faculty in extending to you our very best wishes as you embark on your educational journey and commit to a career in service to others. To the many faculty members here with us, accentuating the significance of this milestone event, thank you for your presence and support. To the many family and friends who join us, your support and encouragement are critical to these learners as they pursue their medical degrees. Your involvement demonstrates that you're with them on this journey, and I am quite sure that means so much to them. Now, if I could just offer a reflection for a moment. Some of the back stuff you all didn't have a chance to see. Catherine Paradisus, Plato's grandfather, decided to have a conversation in Greek with Dr. Lilikos. I mean, it was just absolutely brilliant. The kiss of the day goes to Benjamin Dadagian Goldman's dad. Wasn't that just beautiful, huh? If you'd all repeat after me for Connor Moriarty, we love you, Connor. And I do just have to ask Obanaya and Osiki to stand for a minute. The applause was not loud enough if they came across the stage. They tried to gin it up a little bit. So would you please applaud for these two? What I'm trying to demonstrate to all of you is what a special community UMass Chan Medical School is. And for Terry and I, we've had the opportunity to lead the institution now. We're in our 16th year. And today, we'd like to welcome all of you to the UMass Chan family. Over the course of the next 4 years, these students are going to work pretty hard. They're going to put themselves in a position where they can make an enormous difference in the lives for whom it will be their privilege to care. And all of you who have joined us here today to support them in this important moment, please recognize, as I said a moment ago, they're going to need you along the way. For those of us who have the great privilege to steward them in their education, we want you to know how special a privilege that is for us. And I look forward to just a few years from now, when all of you have a chance to come across the stage, when all of you will return and we'll celebrate the next milestone event in their lives. But in the meantime, keep a close eye on them, as will we, and please know how grateful we are that you are now part of the UMass Chan community. This now concludes this afternoon's formalities. I'd like to ask that you please remain in your seats until the faculty and the students have recessed out of the theater. And now I'd like to ask Dr. Deborah DeMarco, who yesterday was the recipient of the 2022 Chancellor's Medal for Distinguished Service, to lead our recessional. It's great to be with everybody. Thank you.